My man's got caught doing something crazy. He got caught on some craziness. This man...
That's his wife in the background, BTW.
I don't know why she's in the video. Why is she in the apology? I don't know. But he got caught doing some craziness. And I found it hilarious when I first saw him crying on Twitter because I'm like, why did you admit this? And then I did some research and I found out that one of his tabs or one of his windows, you know what I'm saying, was on some like non-incognito type shit. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh shit, like you be doing that on the same computer? So like for me personally, I have a life outside of Twitch and outside of YouTube. I also have a fucking laptop.
MGL, this whole scenario is comedy gold.
That's what I'm saying. I also have a laptop outside of Twitch and YouTube. So a part of my real life is also having a computer that I don't use that, you know what I'm saying? This is also, this is just like, this is only like a office station work computer type thing. I don't use this for personal shit. Like, why would you do that? It's just really fucking stupid. I don't have a porn laptop. I have a personal laptop. Okay? I have a personal laptop.
Show us your search history, Shawn.
You don't need to see my search history. That's none of your business. Okay? But that's the craziest part, number one. But number two, the even crazier part is the deepfake stuff. Now, I didn't know AI stuff was like this funny until I started seeing sneakers. I saw sneakers that were like AI generated. And I'm like, yo, these look kind of cool. They were like some Air Jordans, but they look like angels would wear them. They look kind of dope, low key. So I saw them. I'm like, yo, when are these coming out? And then I found out, oh shit, they're not coming out because they're not real. They're not real. You know what I'm saying? These aren't fucking real at all. It's okay. On God, if I show y'all the picture, I don't know if I can find it, but if I show y'all the picture, it's gonna be funny as hell.
For the uncultured swine such as myself, could you do a summary of what took place?
Basically, he was on his stream, and he doesn't have a fap top.
The problem wasn't he was jerking it to AI shish. It's just that he knows these people. Like
I know. But I wasn't done. But I wasn't done. So he doing all this off of a non-fap top.
Look at bro. Look at his face.
Bro, chill.
The face of a man who's been caught slimy-handed and his wife is in the cut too? This is beautiful.
I know it's funny as fuck, but y'all gotta chill. Okay, hold on. He's on stream. He exits all of his tabs and he lets it all out, and his viewers, I guess, catch him in the act. And I don't know what he had up that could be seen just off of the title of a window. It must have been pretty fucking terrible if you could see everything that this man was into off of just one tab of a window. What did the tab say? In my mind, that's the biggest question. What did it say? Is it an ad? Is it a picture? Is it a description? Like, what is there? Okay, number one, I don't want the video. Second, I guess he comes out after this, makes an apology video about it. But the nastiest part about it is he was paying for deepfake porn of streamers, popular female streamers, but he actually knows these women. He actually knows them. So imagine you a popular female streamer and this is your friend. This is one of your friends, one of your best friends. And y'all are chilling at the house having a heart-to-heart on some chill shit, on some regular, hey, never in my life would this man ever harm me or do anything bad against me. He like, hey, Cindy, whatever the fuck your name would be if you were a streamer girl. He like, hey, Cindy, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm leaving my phone on the couch next to me. Don't go through it. Curiosity gets the best of you. You open the phone up. The photos are open. No code. Might as well. Easy pickings. You open it up. Okay. Picture of mom. Picture of sis. Picture of dog. Picture of his car, screenshots of his stock investments, screenshots of me. Whoa! I never did this a day in my life. What? Did I do that? Is that me? me. But that's crazy. That's crazy. To just look at something like that and be like, what the fuck? Is this me or is it not me? And why does he have me but not me in his phone? That's the first thing that I would be thinking. First thing. 2 seconds later, this nigga come back in the room. He come back in the room. What you got there? You show it to him. The fuck is this? And the nigga just shoots you. Kills you immediately. Puts you in the back of his fucking trunk and dumps the body. Now you in this position, dead as fuck. Family don't know where you at. Nothing. I'm making a whole scenario out of this. I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm just saying this is easily where I feel like it could have went with niggas like this. I'm saying. I feel like this is the outcome, bro. If you're paying for, I've reached crazy. But if you're paying for deep fake porn of girls that you know, there's no telling what you can do. To be honest, I feel like easily you could just be on some. You know what? If this is a girl that I'm talking to and we're friends, we've never had any intentions of going further than that at all. I don't know what I'm capable of. So let's hear what his response or his admissions are. Because his wife is in the background, which I find fucking hilarious and also crazy. Because why do you even want to be in the same fucking room? If my man's has committed such a heinous act, I'm not gonna be in the fucking background like, yeah, I support you. Because that's almost what it feel like she doing. I know she's not, and I feel sorry for her. I feel bad for her. But like her being in this position, low key is like you also taking accountability for his actions. You shouldn't even be in the room. You should be gone. This is crazy. This is not her problem to deal with. Her face should not even be attached to this. My man's went live. He put the chat on sub-only mode, and seeing emojis be spammed this entire apology is fucking incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. Nothing but emojis is fucking incredible. Look at this fucking emote right here. Dancing and shit like that. Dancing. This nigga was mentally beating the Doonies down of all of his friends.
I don't know if it's emote only.
You know if it's an emote only, bro. If the chat could talk, they be going crazy on you. I ain't gonna lie. They snitched on you. They going crazy on you, bro. It's probably 1,000 Reddits.
Just give it a few minutes, obviously. And then I'll talk about it.
Come on, bro. This is insane.
Appreciate your patience.
This is lunatic behavior. I can't lie. It's no fun if the chat not on, to be honest.
Obviously, there's people from LSF. They're going to make a bunch of jokes and things. I'm definitely going to address everything today.
Yeah, right, because that shit hilarious as fuck.
Way over the line. I asked the mods to stop it, but I'm not like trying to hide anything. Or I'm going to talk about it all. Just, I don't know, if you could keep it just semi-civil, that would help. Thank you.
Did you cry after you got done beating it or no?
I'll probably give it like 5 because I don't want to say it a bunch of times. So,
because this will bring a new level to like post-nut clarity. I would cry after if I did some shit like this. The volume? What's wrong with the volume? We up.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
This nigga ain't even said nothing and he crying. I got it all the way up.
I'm not trying to get hearts or anything. I'm gonna talk about it in 5 minutes. I just don't want too many crazy comments. Sorry.
Y'all can't hear him not because of my volume, but because his voice can't come out of his body.
Thank you.
It's not coming out of his body. I know you ain't gonna get him tissue.
Okay. 2 more minutes.
Come on, gang. I gotta watch. I gotta.
Say stuff that's gonna make people angrier and stranger. To be honest,
I'm gonna be honest. Most people probably not mad at this. I just would never trust you, ever. Like, do y'all low key? I couldn't trust this nigga, bro. You just weird as you weird as fuck. You're weird as fuck. Okay, people. I'm not saying they don't have the right to be mad. I just don't know who is mad. But of course, you have the right to be mad. But I'm looking at dude like you are creepy and weird as fuck. I just can't trust you around any women ever. Because if you do it to your friends, bro, like there's just no hope, bro. I feel like your mom, your sis, I feel like mad niggas are just not safe. At least as it pertains to your brain. I'm not saying you gonna like do something to them, but like anything is possible upstairs for you.
I'm sorry. Just 2 more minutes.
No, he's crying because he got caught watching AI porn of
And then I'll talk.
popular streamers that he knows, like friends that he has.
All right.
Why y'all stretching?
Do
your rules.
Everyone here probably knows what's going on.
I don't.
I want to say first of all that it's true. It's 100% true.
Okay.
I looked at a deep fake porn video of streamers.
I'm so sorry, bro.
It's disgusting. It really is disgusting. It's
I'm so
disgusting.
sorry,
It's fucking,
bro.
it's wrong.
Oh yeah, correct. Purchased. He didn't look at one purchased. You went out of your way. You put in your credit card.
All night. I had
Oh my god! Wait. Bro,
I guess
no.
what I want to say is so I already feel I'm deeply fucking embarrassed about this.
Can he charge it back? Now that he no longer wants it, or is just like
I'm deeply fucking I'm embarrassed. I'm angry at myself. I feel fucking I just feel so fucking stupid. But I just before I go into the apology, because I think it feels weird if you use a but later. I just want to say a couple facts early. I want to get them out of the way because it's only because I was torturing myself reading fucking LSF comments that made me feel sick to my stomach, and they're way too far. They took it way too far. So I
think you took it too far,
I
but
don't know
okay.
if I should include this or not, but I have the receipt thing right here.
Oh my!
It's from the exact same day that fucking clip is from. All right, there's no pattern of behavior. It's not months and months and months. It was just one video on the same day, and I just stupidly left the fucking tab open. And it was at 2 a.m. on the night before when Ari was out of town. So, and again, there's no excuse for it. I'm not defending it anyway. I think this whole fucking category of stuff is wrong. 100%.
Well, evidently not.
I want people to know that, because the thing that hurt me the most is like, I've done a lot on the stream to like create a pattern of behavior where I really want, especially women on Twitch, to feel safer. Like we call fucking booba spam cringe. We don't do that there. I've never made like a fucking weird, I don't know, seat sniffing joke. I've never done anything like that. I've never done anything like that on the stream.
You've never done anything like that, but at the exact same time, you've done in this one action of purchasing deepfake porn of girls that you know. You've single-handedly done significantly worse than all of the things that you just described.
And we don't tolerate any sex behavior in the chat. We ban it on site.
But oh no, booba spam.
And
what the fuck even is that? What is booba spam?
And like I've done this consistently over and over and over. And then fucking at 2 a.m., I've been watching so much fucking. I've been reading so much fucking AI stuff. I'm reading all this fucking stuff about AI and fucking deepfake music, deepfake art, and everything. And I'm in these fucking discords.
Bro, I'm gonna let you finish. I just don't understand all the cool, and it's mostly trash, right? AR is like, easiest way to take funds away from artists and shit like that. Computer generating art is the worst thing to ever happen, but all the interesting things that you can look at that AI has done, and you somehow managed to like land on porn. How do we get there is what I'm saying. Like, you're researching AI, and then it's like, you know how many channels I feel like I'd have to go through to get to the porn version of AI? Like, I'm stopping at, sites that make like AI art in the form of like I said, I saw sneakers that were created by AI. I saw landscapes that were created by AI. I saw music that was created by, or heard music that was created by AI. Voice generators, as you just said, cool, that are made by AI. Movie scenes that are AI. Like, how do you get to porn? That I don't get. Who led you to that destination?
And I just feel so embarrassing to admit, but I was on fucking Pornhub, dude. I was on a fucking regular ass normal fucking website, and there was an ad. There's an ad on every fucking video for this fucking.
Click the ad.
So I know other people must be clicking it because it's on every fucking video. For fucking.
Bro, you don't click the ad, bro. They never get you. They never take you to where you want to go. You never click the ad.
Deepfake thing.
You never click the ad.
Fucking in this fucking rabbit hole, and at 2 a.m. I don't know. I got morbidly curious and I clicked something, and I it's just fucking it's gross. It's gross, and I'm sorry. I really am. I really fucking am. It's not. I don't know. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing.
What did the ad say though? Like, I hope if it was an ad of one of the girls that he knows, I hope that the place is like getting shut down and they're being sued or something like that. But I guarantee you the ad wasn't like, oh, look at streamer Pokimane, take her clothes off. Like, I'm 90% sure that's not what the ad said, even if it was AI generated. Like, what the fuck? I know it could be a deepfake ad, but was it really a deepfake ad of Pokimane on Pornhub just randomly? That's kind of crazy for her to be the one.
But I just really want to get across. It's not like a fucking pattern of behavior, and I don't know what I want to say or not, but I just hate doing this on stream, man. This is not what my stream's about at all. I hate this drama stuff, but I just feel bad. And I saw some comments for people that are in my community that were talking, and they felt so let down, and it made me feel so fucking sick. So,
damn, cuz.
I know I'm like joking a lot in this stream, but it does mean a lot to me. Like, I put a lot of fucking time into it. I'm sorry. I'm just fucking sorry. I don't support this stuff. I don't believe this stuff. I'm not like a fucking advocate in any way.
You just buy it.
I regret it. I would never do it as long as I live. Like, as long as I live, I'll never do anything like this again. And I don't know. I'm just the most fucking vanilla. It's just too much information, but I'm the most fucking vanilla guy.
Evidently not. You know how deep in you have to be to pay for deepfake porn? I don't think that's vanilla, bro. I don't know if I've heard anybody say that they vanilla and then they also say I've watched deepfake porn of girls that that I know personally. You're lying to yourself. Why?
Comes to anything like we don't do sexual jokes on here. We don't. I fucking Reddit. Not safe for work gifts is 99% if I ever do any fucking porn. It's so weird to say, but I don't know. I just click.
I know I'm making a lot of jokes right now, but I literally can't take him serious, bro. This is insane. But this is also why I let y'all know, and y'all, I don't want you to think I'm lying. That's the point. Like, I feel like when you streaming on Twitch for real, it's okay to let your viewers know. Like, I'm not saying that you have to tell them everything about yourself, but like, it's okay to be honest and transparent about certain shit that you know what I'm saying, are into. For me personally, like I said, it's not my main thing, but I be liking grandmas every now and again. If you ever see a tab open in my fucking computer and it says GILF, don't be fucking shocked. I'll let you know already. You know my body. You know who I am. You know who I am. You know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing. I'm not saying that I'm doing it actively. That's not what I'm saying. But I've already let you know how I feel about grandmas every now and again. Every now and again. So if at any point in the future you see grandma helps grandson. Just don't be surprised. It's not gonna happen because I'm not stupid. But I'm just saying, just don't be shocked if you ever saw something like that. It's all I'm saying. And it's, of course, it ain't gonna be a fucking deep fake of Angela fucking Bassett or nothing crazy. I'm just saying. This is what happens when you don't be real with your chat, man. It's okay to be like, you know what I'm saying? That's your marketing brand. That's your brand, okay? Y'all know my brand is grandma's. Every now and again. It might be specific. I'm just, all right.
Like the fucking link at 2 a.m. and I
see what I'm saying?
And
y'all do too much.
The morals didn't catch up to me, and I'm sorry. I really fucking am. I don't know if you have. I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, it's just deeply upsetting and extremely embarrassing.
Like I said, please lie to us
but
more.
I do believe.
Why are you talking? No, don't put your name on this. You need to leave the room. This is not your problem or your jurisdiction. This man is sick. He fucked up his relationship with his friend's best friend. He fucked up relationships with women that he knows personally. He disrespected you in the process. He disrespected them and himself. You do not need to say a fucking word. This is not your jurisdiction or your responsibility, and you are not responsible for taking any accountability for the shit that this dude is into. Leave the fucking room. This is not your problem.
I don't know if you have.
Y'all, this is not one of those we do this together type shit. Go away.
I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, it's just deeply upsetting and extremely embarrassing. But I do believe Brandon in saying this is not a pattern of behavior.
That's great. That's a ride or die. But literally at this point, like, go pretend you died in this regard, because this ain't your problem, bro.
You know, he's pretty transparent with everything, keeping all his tabs open all the time. So
Evidently
I'm
not
privy to what he's up to. And Brandon always clicks through paywalls, so that wasn't kind of like an obstacle for him. And when he assures me that he'll never do anything like this again, I fully believe that. I'm just so sorry for everyone he's hurt by doing something like this. And like, don't feel bad for me. I'm not the victim.
You are low key. Like, you're his wife. You didn't know that this man was capable of this. You kind of are low key.
But I apologize for everybody's hurt. And will continue to hurt when you did one thing like this. That's it. I don't know.
Thanks, babe.
He shouldn't have even allowed her to speak, to be honest. Like, this is definitely a discussion or a conversation where I'm like, okay, if you want to come in after I'm done talking, you can, but like, this is not your problem, babe. Sorry.
I don't know.
Thanks, babe is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know if I got this fucking screenshot here that shows that the charge is from the 26th, which is the day the clip is from. I don't know. I asked Ari if I should show it. She said no. I asked fucking my mods. They said no. I don't know. But it's just fucking. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have. I just wanted to say something because I'm going to Japan pretty soon.
I thought he was about to say I'm going to jail. You low key deserve some jail time. I know it's not illegal technically, but like, damn, though. Like, I thought that's really like I'm going to vacation to jail real quick. I did not expect Japan to be the J that came out of his mouth.
I didn't want this to feel like something I was fucking avoiding or not talking about. I'm ashamed. I really am fucking ashamed. I feel like it's just pain, like right in my fucking gut. Like I got punched, and I just hate that that's gonna be even associated with me because I don't believe in it. I don't stand for it. I think it's fucking wrong. I mean, I talk about the dangers of stuff all the time. I don't know. I just saw a fucking ad at 2 a.m. and I clicked it and I fucking just.
You fell for it.
Oh no, she's enabling him. She just said you fell for it. No, he walked into it. This man had to click it, go through the channels, find streamers that he knows personally, and go get his credit card information. I'm just one of the weirdo niggas that has his wallet on his desk. But like most niggas, they gonna have their shit in their pocket, in their pants where they left them, in their room. You gotta go get this is premeditated. You gotta go get your credit card information. I low key love that about paywall porn because they're basically telling you, my nigga, are you sure? Are you sure about this? You gotta go get your card and put it into our website. We probably gonna ask you to confirm the purchase too. Are you sure? This ain't something that you can't rage quit. This ain't a Call of Duty match or no shit. Like, I don't know whatever these niggas play. This ain't something like that, bro. You get like 3, 4, 5 chances before you end up making the purchase. There's no way you fail for anything.
I don't know. There's no excuse. I really am sorry. And I guess most of all to the people in the community that just feel let down because you mean a lot to me.
I do not condone his actions, but his apology on Twitter is much more level-headed and less emotionally driven. Check it out. It includes actions that are effective. Okay, we're gonna look at that too. Let's see if there's more. Bank statements go crazy. Oh my fucking god.
I don't know. It just sucks. So, anyway, I know if I try to stream anything, it's just gonna be LSF for a long time. So, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. I've been up all night thinking about it, and I want to talk and make sure you guys know from me like what the situation is, that it is fucking true. Yeah, that's it. I might end it, dude. I mean, here in the stream because I don't want you guys to have to hear me repeat myself.
I just love the emojis showing up on the side.
I'm gonna make some calls today. I want to talk to some people, and I guess I just hope if you've been here for a while that you can think back to some of the, I mean, consistent patterns of behavior that are against this kind of this you know.
Jesus
I really
Christ!
for making this mistake, and it's something I'm not taking lightly. I want you to know that it's gonna weigh on me for a very, very long time, and I'm gonna try to fucking see what I can do. Just see what I can do. I don't think I'll stream. I'm just sad because I've been loving the stream lately. I'm having such a good time. But I don't think I'm gonna stream. And then I'm gonna go to Japan. And
what's in Japan?
And we'll see. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna end. Oh fuck!
What's wrong with your hair, bro?
I guess I really want to emphasize.
Can I speed this up?
Never again.
Like, I should have been speed this up.
As long as I live. Never.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Guys, have a good rest of your day. Thanks for taking a moment. Okay. Thanks, sorry.
All right. Our man's is going to church after this 9 times out of 10. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas would be laughing if it was you, Shawn. I wouldn't be crying about it. I also wouldn't be paying for deep fake porn of girls that I do or don't know. I just don't believe in, you know what I'm saying, having somebody's image be used like against their will for some shit like this. So it just wouldn't be me. Now, if I got exposed for the grandma thing, like I said, that's on brand for me. So it's nothing. We gonna talk about we gonna talk about the category. I'm gonna put y'all on low key. I'm gonna put y'all on low key. Hey, this statement is long overdue. My actions have taken me from someone I was proud of, trying to make a positive impact in my community, to a deep fake porn guy. The scar of that is felt deeply on my heart. Ugh. First and foremost, do not put us on. Okay, if you want to be in the gallows and in the darkness the rest of your fucking life, then go ahead. But me personally, I would like to be looking at the premium and the most realist, but also the most like expansive world of my particular love for a particular genre, if that's what I was strongly into. But like I said already, I don't even be watching porn for real. But if I did, that's kind of the type of energy that I would be on. Okay, and don't try to like shame me for that. First and foremost, I want to specifically apologize to Maya and Pokimane. I don't know who Maya is. You were both in the screenshot that spread around the internet. Your names were dragged into it and you were sexualized against your will. You've both succeeded in this industry in spite of all the blatant, unfounded, sexist attempts to hurt and assassinate your character in a male-dominated space. And now I'm another guy on that long list. I'm sorry I didn't reach out sooner. I'm sorry my actions have led to further exploitation of you and your body. And I'm sorry your experience is not uncommon. The reality is, I have it easy compared to the dozens of women who, from my actions, discovered they are exploited unconsensually. I'm sorry to all of you for the pain I caused with my action and its ripple effect. Cutie described to me as a wildfire, and I believe that is correct. My goal now is concrete action to fight that wildfire and do everything I can to combat that damage. In the short term, through the efforts of Cutie and Ryan Morrison's law firm, the website in question has already been taken down, Dubs. That's cool. That's good. That's good. I've spoken with Morrison and am working to cover the financial cost of the takedown as well as all the legal fees for all the women affected to use his services for removing their unwanted content from the web. Additionally, I am engaging more law firms to continue to remove this content from other areas of the internet, such as Reddit. To ensure this issue has my full focus, I'm stepping away from content creation and off-brand. I don't know if that's his team or his label or whatever the fuck. Lastly, to anyone who has expressed the sentiment of support that what I did wasn't wrong or that I shouldn't apologize, fuck you. Sincerely, I do not want your support. I do not stand with you. This will be my last time. This will be the last time you hear from me for a while. I'd rather you see my actions. I will try my absolute hardest to combat the damage that I caused. Thank you. That's fine. That's a fair nigga said speed the reading up. I can only go so fast. That's the a decent, I guess, way to try to atone. Even though, wait, his wife edited his apology. There's no way. How do you say Detroit literacy? I read that perfectly. The fuck? That was W reading. I'm a science mate. I'm an English major. Okay? You cannot try that with me. Like I'm really him for real when I really put my mind to it. Stop. Cause now you going crazy. I didn't even say all that. I didn't say all that. But I'm saying, you know what the fuck I'm on? What was my GPA? It's beyond the charts, bro. It's beyond the charts. You can't even see me for real. Yeah, I mean, this is really the action that should be taken. Yeah, he should have never did it, but we're in this space now. So honestly, Stem King is crazy. Honestly, this shit shouldn't be on the internet, you know? It uses people's image against their will, puts them in positions that they didn't consent to, didn't want to be a part of. You know, it takes their brand and puts them in a weird position, and ultimately profits off of over-sexualization or just blatant sexualization that no one consented to. I did read somewhere that someone tried to say that this was like borderline rape and some shit like that, but it's not something that you could implement, but it is like non-consensual exploitation, and it definitely should have legal consequences. I'm really interested to see if the people who made the deep fakes, more than just being taken down, I really hope that they get like, you know, sued on another type of basis. I don't know what you could do to implement some type of fees, or like, I feel like prison is probably going to be like not really enforceable, but at the very least, you know what I'm saying? They could do something, some type of fee, fine, redirecting profit from this source to this source. Like something can be done. I feel like It should definitely be illegal. Defamation, a bunch of shit. They could definitely make the people who did this pay. I don't know if there's any consequence for the people who pay for this stuff on a legal level. He needs 50,000 lashes. Low key, he need 1 million. Like, you know how they get people out the way, but that's actual, so I can't say that. It's not the same thing, but I don't know. There's a lot of different layers to something like this. Like the AI stuff is interesting, but it's not something that I would ever consider as good. Especially when you're using other people's image. Because now that I'm thinking about it in my head, AI can be used for some crazy shit. And it should be stopped before it's allowed to fester into something even crazier. It would be the same level of enforcement of revenge porn. It's caught at the point of distribution, not at the point of possession. Okay. I feel that. Look at Pokimane tweet. Hold on. I don't really even be on Twitter like that. I do, but not for real. Let me search Pokimane. Let me see. Is this her tweet? Is this the tweet? I mean, she's saying that's the tweet, but is this the tweet? Only reason it isn't legal is because it's too new. That's probably fair. I mean, yeah, this is fair. There's nothing else that really need to be said, you know? Maya tweet? Hold on, let me see. Who is Maya? Is it just Maya? 13 notifications. Okay, Mr. Popular. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Why are y'all on my dick? Hold on. Let me go back to my Twitch real quick and close this out. Okay, look, if I showed y'all that if I showed y'all that Ice Spice, it says I'm a bird girl. What the fuck? Keep our waterways clean? Aw, man, y'all sexualizing a girl who likes animals. Are you fucking kidding me? She likes nature. What the fuck? She's a nature enthusiast. What the fuck? That's cool as fuck. Why'd you do it to her? What tweet? Oh. Wait, what? Is this the tweet? In 2018, I was inebriated at a party and I was used for a man's sexual gratification without my consent. Today, I've been used by hundreds of men for sexual gratification without my consent. The world calls my 2018 experience rape. The world is debating over the validity of my experience today. The debate over our experience as women is not shockingly amongst men. None of you should care or listen to what any male streamer's take is on how we feel. That's fair. I founded a nonprofit animal sanctuary at 22 years old. I've raised over $1 million for conservation work at 24. I have created 0 sexual content in my 3 years on Twitch. Despite this, my face was stolen so men could make me into a sexual object to use for themselves. If anyone doesn't think it's a big deal that my name is in the headlines where thousands of people are commenting on the sexualization of my body against my will, you are the problem. This situation makes me feel disgusting, vulnerable, nauseous, and violated, and all of these feelings are far too familiar to me. This isn't your debate. Stop acting like it is. That's fair. Okay. Okay. But, this is fair. Completely. The only problem with this, and this is that loophole. This is the loophole. Whereas how would I feel if someone deepfaked me? Bro, I've already told y'all how uncomfortable it made me when niggas were putting cum tributes with my pictures on it. As a male, that made me feel incredibly uncomfortable. I could not imagine a deepfake being put on my fucking, like, just of my image being put somewhere that I didn't consent to. That would, not only would that piss me off, it would creep me out, and I would, just like these people, want to completely eradicate it from the internet. That's really fucking weird. Sometimes, like I said, you can joke around, clown and shit a lot. And it isn't my time to be on some like, oh well, you know, men, this happens to men too, but it's on some like, no one should have this happen to them type shit. It's how I feel. And the only problem with deep fake stuff is that it skirts by, I think, a lot of the time, because there's probably going to be a lot of people, like, I feel bad for the people who just are randoms and they've had their image used for deep fake porn and they're unknown, or they don't have the power to say anything about it. I'm sure there are hundreds of women that have had their fucking face used on some shit like that. And the problem with trying to implement this from a legal perspective, outside of it being your image that's being used, is that it's not technically your body and it's not technically a situation that you experienced. So I feel like that's the loophole that, you know, people can go through in order to put that type of shit up. Like, sure, this is great that they were able to take it down, but I feel like it goes unnoticed because majority of the people are probably unknown, don't know about it, and don't have the power to, you know what I'm saying, combat it. So it's like, she's right, but technically, that's the problem. It's always the technical. It's always the technical, the technical aspect of it. Then you have to also get over to, not only are the people who are enforcing, or not even enforcing, but doing that type of shit creepy as fuck, just making the content in general. Then you have to get to the people that are paying for it. Like, y'all know my stance on girls. That was a crazy stutter, but y'all know my stance on girls just turning 18 and being able to do an OnlyFans. Now, I'm not somebody that has a problem with sex work, but I also have an issue with the criticism that like female sex workers get, and then there's a influx of support for them financially from men who are like waiting for them to turn 18 years old. Like, there's certain shit in this, even though you are like fully capable of making these types of decisions, it's like, do you blame, and in this case you definitely blame the people who put that type of content out there, but like there has to be some level of accountability for the people that pay for it. Like, as a person who would like support sex work, there's a possibility that there's like I don't know where it would be either in the US that you could actually do something like that, but like, how old do you have to be, like, even to work? Like, brothels aren't like legal in the US, are they? Unless I'm tripping. Like sex houses and shit like that. Like, certain shit shouldn't be like so close to adolescence. You shouldn't be allowed to, but you know what I'm saying? Because like a 30-year-old being able to pay for someone who just was 17, or, you know, a day ago or a week ago or a month ago, I mean, that's a little strange to me. So when I be looking at it in context like this, and I know they're different, when I look at it in context like this, I always look at like, okay, there is still a huge demographic and a huge market for people willing to pay for shit like that. Like, yes, it's wrong. Yes, it's wrong for this type of shit to exist, and passing off blame to the people who are paying for it doesn't or shouldn't take attention away from the people who are making it. But like, what I don't want it to be a thing that, since this dude is apologizing for it and this is like his atonement, you paid for it. You paid for it. Like, where is that, man? Your profile pic gives mad unk vibes. It does, low key. I'm gonna change it soon. So I just don't know where to. I don't know where to take this type of conversation. It's obviously wrong. It's obviously a violation. It's obviously not consensual. But like, I still feel like there's something that should happen to the people that are paying for this shit. There's a level of creep in you that is going unaddressed when you have, what the fuck? Okay, this showing up on my timeline is crazy, but I'm bookmarking this. What the fuck is this? Like, I am so glad that I just blanked my screen. Why did this just pop up? It's not AI. It's not AI. It's not AI. But Like, bro, you literally cannot get away from. No, I'm not linking you. I'm like 100% sure I would get TOS for this. 100%. That is insane. That is crazy. What the fuck? Oprah AI porn is not what just showed up. Relax. Relax. Y'all want me to link you? Chill. But yeah, man, like as a person who's felt insanely creepy or insanely creeped out at just a cum tribute type photo, bro, I can only imagine how they feel. When they don't even, I'm like 90% sure these are probably streamers who have never even talked about sex before. Don't even talk about, like, you know what I'm saying? Beating the Doonies down or nothing crazy. And they're having their shit just like plastered everywhere, and it's not even their shit. And they're having their image used. I can only imagine how they feel about it. I really can only imagine. But just just going on a stream, bro, and that's what you exposed for. That might be one of the worst things, cause you paid for it. I don't know. I look at you different. I do. I'm not gonna say that. See, don't let your mind run away with you. Don't let your mind run away with you. I was about to let my mind run away with me for a second there. Did I peep Ludwig's response? No, I didn't. I actually should. I wonder how he feels about it. It really don't matter. I'm pretty. You said his girlfriend was the one who it happened to, right? That's what I was informed of. I would feel crazy though. One of my friends coming over and like I catch him looking at like or paying for images of my girl that aren't technically my girl but are my girl's image. I would feel violated. I'd feel violated for her. I could never talk. I would. Nah. See, I'm surprised that he's still walking, to be honest. But you know what? There's a better way to handle stuff like that. There's a way better way to handle stuff like that.
Since we're on this topic, how do you feel about lookalike PR0N?
I feel kind of the same way about lookalike porn. Like, if you are purposefully marketing yourself in such a way that you are being compared to this person and like knowingly being associated with their brand because you look similar, I feel kind of like the same way. Like Lisa Ann and Sarah Palin type shit. Yeah, you should never have your shit used like that. Even if it's a lookalike and the person can't control their genetics, it's like allowing yourself to be marketed like that or allowing someone to use your image like that is still the same thing. It's still fucked up.
You know,
Hold on. Here we go. How do I... hold on. Why not? Hold on, chat. Something went wrong. Please try.
9 UAO gone too far when I saw someone edited a porn star face and put the girl from Frozen over her face.
Girl from Frozen? What the fuck? Why can't I do this? Someone give Boma a sub. I'm trying to do it. I can't do it. I don't know why. My dashboard never fucking works, bro. I gotta figure that out. That's crazy. I can't do shit for my dash. Excuse me.
I know why you're here, so let's talk about Atrioc. Normally when I make a mogul mail, it's a pretty simple process. I just find a topic I'm interested
Appreciate you, bro.
I do research on the topic, and I give my take. That's it. But for the first time ever, I felt pressure to make this video. It hasn't even been 48 hours.
Oh, my bad. Chill.
CM Tribs to Shawn is insane. What was he cooking?
I don't know, but it creeped me the fuck out. Bro. I had to make an intro on Twitch about that shit, bro. It's I be cool with a lot of shit, and then it just took it to another fucking level. It did.
Normally when I make a mogul mail, it's a pretty simple process. I just find a topic I'm interested in, I do research on the topic, and I give my take. That's it. But for the first time ever, I felt pressure to make this video. It hasn't even been 48 hours since Atrioc, one of my friends, was revealed on stream alt-tabbing, which exposed that he paid for a deep fake porn website of streamers, of his coworkers, of pretty much every woman you can think of on Twitch or YouTube, my girlfriend included. Now, he did say in his apology that, you know, it was a video of someone he didn't know in real life, but I don't really think the nuance matters. Some people were mad at me in my DMs and they tweeted at me that I've taken so long to make this video, but I hope you get that I prioritized being a boyfriend to my girlfriend, who's had a very shit past couple of days, over being like mogul male guy. But then when I sat down to think of like, okay, what am I supposed to say here? What is my take? It didn't feel like there was any other take to have than the one.
First of all, I've never worn anything like this. First of all, get off my dick. Okay? I already told you. I explained what the fuck was going on. Stop.
Being expressed by all the women online. So rather than tell you a random dude's opinion on all this, I figured I would just show you some of the tweets that I thought were poignant and powerful and read them together. Starting with Pokey, who said, "Stop sexualizing people without their consent." That's it. That's the tweet, which I don't really even understand how you would have a different opinion. If someone doesn't want to be sexualized and they don't consent to it, they shouldn't be sexualized.
It shouldn't be a complicated
Next
conversation.
tweet was from Ray, who said it should be illegal to profit off of somebody's likeness in sex work without consent, whether it's fake or not. Talking about it will bring those sites more attention, but I hope this helps take a step forward in the right direction so that a law can be made to protect people from being used in this way.
Agree.
Which is a good point. Not only are these women not consenting, somebody is profiting off of them, and they're not consenting. Crazy. And to the second point about how it'd bring more attention, I feel a bit better about making this video now.
No, that is not what that means. No. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure.
Second point about how it'd bring more attention, I feel a bit better about making this video now.
Hold on. I'm sorry. No. Hold on.
Off of them.
What?
And they're not consenting. Crazy. And to the second point,
that is a
about how it'd
crazy.
bring more attention, I feel a bit better about making this video now because the creator of this website.
Oh, it has to be like a. Yeah, I don't think it's no. But I don't. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here, bro. I don't. Oh, no. I know. It's just a crazy thing to see.
Took down the website.
Like, can you imagine, though, a world where that happened, though? Like, I'm exposing, and then I get exposed. That would be insane. But I get it. 100% I get it.
To be clear, he's still a weird, creepy piece of shit, but the website at least was taken down, so no one can, from this video, try to see what all was going on there. Next tweet is from Sweet Anita, who said, "This story was how I found out that I'm on this website. I literally choose to pass up millions by not going into sex work, and some random Cheeto-encrusted porn addict solicits my body without my consent instead. Don't know whether to cry, break stuff, or laugh at this point." And I think, honestly, that's one of the biggest fuck-ups Atrioc did. Like, it is a fuck-up and a severe lapse in judgment to not only go to this porn website, but pay for this porn website. But then leaking it on stream caused a whole new world of harm because so many new people were exposed to this idea and then went out to seek what this idea was.
Oh,
to
no.
seek deepfake porn. Not only that, a bunch of women, because this was leaked, found out they were on the website. And if you don't know, my girlfriend and many other women pay sometimes thousands, tens of thousands of dollars a month just to make sure that, like, random photos of them being sexualized are not on the internet. They pay money, which is
Bro,
not
I feel
part of
bad
their
for
job
Lud
description,
cause one of the
just so that
girls
it
was his
doesn't
GF.
exist.
If that was
It's a
me
lot.
and I found out my homie was sloshing it to my so I'd have to be held back from ending his life.
Yeah, it's a lot of restraint being displayed here. Because very rarely, if you see a situation like this, would you feel the need to be like, what's my take on this, as opposed to like, why aren't my hands being taken from his neck, But I get it. Everybody, that's not a good way to handle it. Especially if you're trying to speak about, this is happening to a lot of people. You know what I mean? Ludwig's girl made Atrioc's wedding cake. Yeah, you might have to kill him. In GTA.
Different, by the way, because I've seen this take float around. If it's a woman
I might have to get him up out the way for that one. I don't know.
being sexualized than a man.
I can't.
And I think you can probably understand like how that was created over the past couple of centuries of humanity, where my balls being leaked.
Lud's
is
Whitehead get away with it.
Wait, what?
a couple of centuries of humanity, where my balls being leaked is a funny thing, and then a woman's boobs being leaked leads to like a bunch of teenage kids, acne-faced kids jerking off. I think you can probably understand that.
Okay. I get
You
it.
said a good point, something that most people wouldn't have perspective on. The amount of body dysmorphia I've experienced since seeing these photos has ruined me. It's not as simple as just being violated. It's much more than that.
Yeah. I'd imagine, bro. It's bringing up a lot.
Because at the end of the day, it's a deep fake. It's not you, but also it's what this person who made the AI deep fake is like projecting on you, but it's not. It's weird. It's weird. Brooke said, seeing some awful takes regarding this deep fake situation. We're all real humans with real lives that are affected by situations like these. It goes much further than it's not real. Please have some compassion and think beyond it's not affecting you in any way.
Mm-hmm.
Streamers are people. Streamers they are humans. And I feel like sometimes they get treated like actors were treated like a decade or two ago, where they're not people. They're the mega rich actor, fake George Clooney or Jennifer Lawrence or whatever. But streamers are so much easier to access, one, so it's much easier to hurt them, and two, so many more of them. And they are not all rich, famous. Some are just doing it as the only job that they like and can do. And there's not a lot of humanity in the interactions that I see with streamers. Maya had a really powerful screenshot tweet here that said, in 2018, I was inebriated at a party, and I was used for a man's sexual gratification.
We read this.
So men could and not all these feelings are far too familiar to me. This is not your debate. Stop acting like it is. Which might solicit some reactions from like guys watching, which is not all men, not me. And like, yeah, like congrats. The bar was on the floor, but you weren't a weird fucking creeper. But you could also like understand that it's almost always a man. Like the dude who made the site, a man, the dude who leaked the site. And
that's what I was saying before about like all these streamers in these sexual assault controversies, not necessarily this one as it pertains to sexual assault, but just I always hear this argument as a defense for men, like, oh, okay, it's not all men. Like, obviously we know it's not all men, but every single time it's one of these situations, it's a guy, Like, no one's going to say that all men are rapists, but most rapists are men. Most of these sexual assault cases are men. Most of these exploitation cases are men. So that's where the conversation goes whenever something like this happens 9 times out of 10. It's directed towards a man because that's where majority of the, crime or where the statistic comes from.
paid for it, a man.
I've even the cum tribute that I just told y'all about, a man. When it happens to a man 9 times out of 10, it's another man. Like, it doesn't matter. It's always a guy. 9 times out of 10.
Everyone who probably from that leak paid for the site, also likely men, like disproportionately to women 100 times over. And I feel like it's okay to acknowledge that.
As a
and
trans
use that
woman, I relate
information.
to this a lot cause trans bodies have always been sexualized, yet I'm the creep for being trans. It's scary and I got nothing but sympathy for these ladies.
100%. It's the same thing. even worse for trans women because it's like that's the reduction. Like I think that's the baseline. That's the baseline for most trans women is that you start here and then we build up into making it possible for you to have like a personality, a brain, and all these other things. Like this is the baseline. This is where you start at this level of objectification. It's crazy.
Positively.
Like it's crazy too also that trans women don't generally get treated or compared to like, cis women in the same regard, but like I don't know if are trans women are they sexualized more than cis women or not, or is it the same? But I feel like some of those experiences being so hand in hand, it's like, damn, you want really hard to discredit and discard these things, but at the same time, you're treating them in this regard the exact same.
And I want to end with this Medium article written by Josie, which I thought was really poignant. Which said Atrioc apologized for viewing the deepfakes, and maybe he was telling the truth when he said it was a one-off mistake. A rabbit hole he tripped and fell down. I don't know if that makes it better. Does it matter? Is morbid curiosity a valid excuse for violating the privacy of people you know?
But why are you curious? Why would I want that? Why would I want to see one of my friends deepfake porn of them? I'm willing to tarnish my relationship with a friend by just like, and I haven't, but I'm willing to tarnish my relationship with a friend if it means that I get to tell them how I feel. Like, okay, I want this for us, I want a relationship with you, or I want this outcome with you. What do you think? Or do you feel the same? And I'd rather than be like, okay, yeah, I don't feel the same, and then so I can dead it. But like going this route, it just feels so predatory and like a huge invasion of privacy, and this person, they can't trust you now. Now their trust with you is broken. It's just, why burn
The
this
rate of
bridge?
SA and RPA is higher for trans women than cis women, especially black trans women, especially RPAs and SA ending in death/physical harm, and they often aren't taken seriously because the victim is trans.
Well, that, as far as sexual assault and rape, and even murdering, I'm aware of that statistic as it pertains to trans women. But on the surface is more so how I was thinking about it. But that being a sad reality, I mean, yeah, of course, 100%.
I know this doesn't matter, but it sucks knowing that if Atrioc was a more popular male streamer, he'd have a huge battalion of weirdos defending him.
He already does, though. Like, who did I see? I didn't see a huge battalion, I would say. I don't know how people would respond if a much bigger streamer, like, who's the biggest streamer on Twitch? Like, if it was like an XQC or, I don't know. You're saying Kai? Yeah, like, we even saw when we were talking about what Kai could have possibly done a little bit better to, rectify the situation with the girl who had accused his friend. And then we had an influx of people coming in here to be like, oh, nope, there was nothing that was done wrong. There was nothing that was done wrong ever again. Like, he can't do any wrong. Like, just off of that. But I already have seen a lot of shit, like, on my timeline about, like, imagine thinking that this is wrong, or how did they actually violate your body if it's not actually you? Or the conversation gets shifted into, well, this is why we shouldn't allow, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's usually just women's fault because they sexualize themselves, and then they make men want to pay for it. So, like, if there are more women that are doing sex work, there's going to be more niggas that are jacking off. What world are you trying to create here?
Now, what do you think about the Bruce and Mise Keefe situation?
I mean,
And I'll touch that nigga. It's going down in here.
Miskiff is a weirdo to me, and I think Bruce probably, from what I understand, probably shouldn't have said what he said.
Why are people in chat saying Hassan did something wrong? What did he do? I've never seen him get any allegations whatsoever.
No, I asked for big streamers' names, and they're putting in like big streamers' names. They're not saying that he did anything. But I hope Bruce gets some banned, because I think that's kind of like it's a big thing, but like you know the consequences, I guess. If you don't want to be on the platform, like that's fine too. But like, if you know the consequences, if you've been banned and then you try to go live somewhere else, it's pretty cut and dry what's likely gonna happen to you. You know, it'd be different if he got banned for no reason and nobody knew why the fuck he got banned. But that's the reality, unfortunately. I don't think it should be a permanent ban, but that's just how I feel. As far as Mizkiff is concerned, I think Mizkiff is a weirdo. He's a weirdo. He caped for his friend who was a fucking sexual assaulteer / rapist. Niggas watched him cape for him. Outside of just that alone, he got the N-word pass that no one ever fucking gave him. And even if they did, it'd still be wrong. But I'm just saying, like, the fact that Bruce ended up being turned into the bad dude
for
that
guys
is just
who
weird.
don't get it, watch Dead Man Wonderland.
I did. I don't think there's a season 2 of that though. But yeah, like I think that's a pretty cut and dry situation. Like that, like Mizkiff is just a weirdo.
How many women were unknowingly used as feature models on the site? Does the apology make up for sending it?
But it seems, like I said, it seems like most of these Twitch niggas have a weirdo or two in their circle or are weirdos themselves. This is like the 3rd or 4th instance of it being some weird shit happening in the Twitch community of maybe not the popular streamer, but someone that they know doing something crazy. It's weird. It's crazy, bro. But it's, you know what's wild though that you don't see is that nigga Destiny saying some shit like there's this legion of fucking streamers that are like sexual assaulteers. They have these people in their circles that are doing crazy shit. There's no legion of them. But you want to talk about niggas yelling?
As the N-word pass. I'm tired of those black friends that enable their racist white friends. One time I had to tell this white kid to stop saying it 'cause our other friends let him, and then he just got mad and called me slurs lol.
Yeah, I'm not having a discussion about niggas though saying the N-word. Like if you white and you keep saying the N-word, I just happen to be around some decent people. I know I probably won't call them decent, but they got problems, right?
Yeah, even if Bruce thinks he shouldn't have gotten banned,
They
him
got
ban-evading
problems.
just made it so much worse. Lamau.
Yeah. They got fucking problems, bro.
I think you also can relate because for the longest time and even today black bodies are continually non-consensually sexualized, e.a. the stereotype of black men being well endowed, black women being generally sexualized.
Yep. You can't, bro. I can't tell you how many times.
Happy Black History Month, King C.
I appreciate that. Happy Black History Month to everybody in the chat too. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how many times it's been a little black girl in my vicinity, and then some random comment from a grown ass person said, "Oh, she's fast. She's being fast." I'm like, my nigga, she's breathing. She's fucking hula hooping. Oh, she's being fast with that little t-shirt on. She's being fast with that little, like, nigga, what? What are you talking about? But for this shit, like it's just crazy that I feel it's just so insane. There's so many weird standards on this platform, and then there's so many weird criticisms for certain communities, and then there are other communities that are able to get away with shit like this and do so much, and then at the same time like zero on it. We will individually attack and approach each one of these situations. But for like two black streamers yelling, we're gonna group them all together.
Bro, I knocked one of my friends out for saying some ish about my 9 years / sister.
Yeah, I mean for that type of shit nowadays we getting them up out the way. Like if I see you acting weird, like my nephew is going to be cherished in whatever you call it, fucking protected as much as I possibly can help it. If I see anything, it's up. It's up. There's just no room for the other shit no more. It's up. I don't want no explanation, no apology, no nothing. You done. Depending on what you did, you done in more ways than one, depending on what you did. But if it's as simple as a cutoff, I'm real quick to cut a nigga off, bro. You being weird, it's over. You finished. You done. But it's just so crazy. We have so many examples of shit like this happening and continuously.
I'm so tired with the BBC pork shit. White women obsessed with black phalluses and white men with that cuckolding shit. And it's insane that people are okay with the term mandingo literally being used in prom.
Bro, when I used to go to work at this restaurant in 2014. I used to go to this job, and these white niggas, bro, I had to hear every other fucking day something about BBC, something about this, something about that. Oh, I remember this dude at my fucking job. He was having sex with this pregnant girl. It's like the white niggas say it way more than a lot of the white girls. Like, why you're interested in this, I don't know. But he was fucking around with this pregnant girl, and I'm like, bro, you don't feel weird about that? I asked him, like, straight up, I'm like, yo, you don't feel weird, like, having sex with some random girl, and you're not the father either. You don't feel weird about that? He like, nah, I don't. I'm like, you're not afraid that you might, like, in my mind, I wasn't even making a joke, really. I'm just like, you're not afraid you might accidentally, like, damage the baby or poke the baby or some shit? Nigga replied to me dead ass and said, nah, I don't have a BBC. That's your territory, dude. I'm like, nigga, what? 20 minutes later, these niggas are having a full-on conversation while making dough, talking about black dicks. I remember one girl came to the front. She was a black girl. She was a beautiful black girl. Came to the front. She had a strong, like, jaw type shit, right? And I'm not saying that white women can't have strong jaws. That's not what I'm saying. But, like, she had a stronger jaw. She comes to the front. They go up. And they're like, huh? They're nodding their head and shit like that, looking at her. I'm like, why are y'all being so fucking weird about this? What's up? What's the problem? You're like, look at her jaw. I bet she can. I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? What, dog? One of these niggas, bro, I used to have a black female coworker at this job too. She drank, and this was like a week before I ended up leaving this job. She drank some water. She said, okay, talking to me, I'll see you later. There is this other nigga who was 57 years old. He was 57. He takes the water that she left out of a straw that she was sipping out of the whole day. Nigga goes behind her and sips it, looks me in my eye, sucks it dry, and throws it in the garbage. And I don't know why it made me so mad. It made me so mad. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, these niggas they think they can get away with anything. I think these niggas think that they can get away with anything. So I called her, and we was having a conversation. And I told her, I was like, yo, look, I don't want you to be creeped out, but something really weird, like really crazy happened at the job, bro. And I don't want you to, like, I'm not saying it so that you will have like a negative reaction. I just don't know if this is like the precursor for something, worse to come later on. I go back the next day. She's off the schedule. She quit. She tells me the day after, yeah, I'm glad you told me. I'm not going back. And then I left like a week later. This shit happens on such a regular basis, and it's so creepy, it's so weird, but it never, like, no one ever says nothing about it. Even when it's publicized in this light, it's handled way too individualistically, in my opinion, for me to take people seriously who, like, unironically go into each one of these situations like there's not a pattern. There's a huge pattern of Twitch niggas being the creep or having someone in their circle that's a massive creep. It's a very noticeable pattern with the bigger ones. I don't know when they gonna like be like, yo, I don't know what we need to do or how we need to have this conversation or how many conversations we need to keep having, but like, this is a little nuts. This is a little weird. This is a little crazy. Y'all aren't all good people. And my definition of being a good person is probably a little skewed because I don't really require much for you to be labeled a decent person. Like, I don't really believe in good or bad people. You know what I mean? No one's all good, no one's all bad. But at a baseline, there are certain things that you shouldn't do or believe in for me to think this is someone whose energy people deserves. Like, this is a person who deserves friends and family and love. Like, at a baseline, if you believe in certain things, that determines whether or not I think you deserve these human necessities. But for these Twitch niggas, it's like they have zero fucking moral compass. Or what they believe in is just like, oh yeah, this I believe in, but this is okay. And it'd be the craziest shit. Deep fake porn of someone that you know is like, to me, and I know it's not the same, but to me is like the equivalent, and it may be the same to some people, is the equivalent of like watching your friend take a shower without their knowledge. It's the same thing as like watching a nigga sleep. Or being in their dressing room or some shit like that. It's like the same shit. You know them. Why would you ever want to do that? That's why I agree it's bad that the company is making it, but it's crazier that there's someone willing to pay for it that you know. I think I would lose a lot of trust in people. I would lose a lot of trust in people if I found out that happened to me. I'm gonna be honest.
An army of men to stare at every single woman on the site. QD had a good analogy. Yeah, of course, he did not mean to send an army of men to this site. But you also don't mean to get into a car crash. That still doesn't mean that it's not a fucked up situation and that the pain from that car crash hurts. Ultimately, it's not really about Atrioc. He's just another man partaking in the problem. It's about men feeling entitled to every part of a woman online and the desire to consume so much that they are willing to rob women of their personhood. It's about the men who will defend him because they see nothing wrong with viewing women as solely vessels for their pleasure. It's worth reading all of that. I'll put it in the description. And any more of the tweets from the women who are streaming or who were on this website or who are a part of what happened here. I don't want to like be a defender of Atrioc, you know, like that's not what I want to do. Like I do believe, maybe naively, as the guy who's been scammed for $50,000, that he isn't like a shitty, seedy person who's like secretly jacking off to my girlfriend. Like I don't think that's that guy.
He said he was that guy. 50K is wild, but like he said that he was that guy.
I think he fucked up. But sometimes like that's enough. Like one fuck up is enough.
No, that's not a fuck up. Like watching falling asleep with your pants down after you just busted a nut and one of your roommates walks in on you and you wake up and y'all both start screaming at one another like, what the fuck are you doing? That's a fuck up to me. And if we keep it in context, that's a fuck up. Having friends that you've known for years and having a close friend and mentally sexualizing his girlfriend is kind of strange enough, but taking it as far as paying for fake porn of this person's girlfriend, not only of this person's girlfriend, but also of other streamers that you know personally and have known for years, is not a fuck up. That means you've been considering them while married, you've been considering them, and decided to be like, out of all of these people that I could look at the deep fake porn from, of people that I don't know, These are the women that I choose, the ones that I do know, the ones that are connected to best friends that I've got, the ones that I've known professionally. That's not a mistake. That's not a fuck up. That's a problem. That's a problem. Y'all need to address that internally. That is not a situation that I'm looking at and be like, oh, he's not a bad guy. He may or may not be a bad. I don't give a fuck. I don't know. But the fuck up that you made was bad enough for me to not look at you objectively anymore. I'm throwing logic out of the window with you. What? I think deepfake porn should. I don't know if it's illegal or not. But just because of the places that it can go, I don't know. It should at least be like heavily restricted if it's not illegal. So that people can't make certain styles, because I already know where the craziest of this can go. I don't know what. Okay, let me let him finish though.
And like I just hope from here he just takes all the steps and all the actions, to make it better. Like that there's some good that comes out of this because of the guilt, the remorse he feels, and how he views himself and trying to show he is the man that he thinks and maybe I believe is still in him.
I don't think I can get over that. I couldn't get over that. I don't think I can get over that.
He wrote his own tweet about how his apology on Twitter, how he's stepping down from off-brand to take time offline and to take these steps. Time will tell and show the actions that he takes, if they're fruitful, if they're not. I'm not going to show it because really this is about the women. I was just a vehicle for you to read all those tweets. There's the take. I feel like that's the only take to have. I don't know how you would have another one, but thanks for watching.
Well, obviously we can't tell people how to deal with their friends, so that is what it is. But that is what do you call it? There's a word for what I'm trying to describe. I feel like it's very maybe unintentionally dismissive of how invasive that type of action is, just purchasing it. Even if he's trying to be charitable to his friend, it's like I don't think I could. I couldn't do it. And granted, it's not me. It's not my situation. Everybody gonna handle stuff differently. But yeah, like someone else said, passive is very, very passive in my opinion. He would have to be X'd. Even though there's nothing that's gonna happen to him legally, he would have to be X'd for that. That's insane. And he was married. I mean, I'm discounting the fact that he was married. Like, that's crazy, bro. That's insane. What the fuck? That's insane.